Wuthering Waves is going to be an amazing game. Don't care what anybody says. It's going to be super fun, and it's going to be successful immediately, no matter what. I think that the game's actually going to have a good lifespan because of what it offers, and from what I understand, the direction of what they're trying to do with the game. I don't know anything about the story. I don't know anything about the gameplay besides just some clips that I've seen. I'm not even trying to understand the characters or the mechanics or anything. The reason for that, I like breathing the fresh air of when you enter a new game blind. It is something that I've loved my whole life, and it reminds me of when I was a kid, when I would go to Walmart and I would see a game behind the glass, and I would ask my mom, can I look at the game? And she would get the person to show up, they would twist the key, open the thing. I would look at the back of the game, read 2 paragraphs of this game I've never heard, look at the 3 pictures and say, I want my mom to spend $60 on this. And I would buy the game, I would play it, and I would love it. Now, the idea of what I mean by this is when we look at games now, we are spoiled with betas, with leaks, with gameplay, first 15s, all these things that I didn't have when I was younger that somewhat soil the experience of when you first play the game. I'm online pretty much every day. Actually every day, trying to do research on what kind of content I want to make on my channel and how to stay engaged in the community of gacha gamers, and it's really hard to not see leaks on the game that I'm excited to play. And I understand people want to, min-max, know what to pull for, what to expect when the game comes out. Should I even waste my time playing it? Yeah, if you like gacha games or open world games in general, JRPGs, anything like that, you should try Wuwa because it's going to be great. And the experience of the game, first day, first week, first month, is going to be fun. Now, long term after that, we'll have to see. That's every game, right? But first experience, I think everyone's going to enjoy. Now, with the whole, grabbing games out the case at Walmart thing, I'm not trying to live in the past. I'm just trying to say we can do that with free games in a way that we didn't have an option to for premium games in the past. Like, if the game's free, going into it blind is something that you don't really have a huge risk in. You don't have any money, you don't have anything to worry about. You can just play it and enjoy it and see if you like it. And I think I will. And I do this all the time. That's why I really like under the radar gacha games, under the radar mobile games, because they're free and no one's talking about them. So when I load it up, it's something I didn't expect. And that's what I like. Dislight. When Dislight came out, I really enjoyed that game. I played it for like a solid month, 2 months, 3 months. I played it for a while. I stopped playing it only because I played another game. I got into another gacha game. I don't remember which one, but my point is, when a game is free, you can just hop in and enjoy it. It's okay. The problem I've been facing is I'm a content creator, so as a content creator, with this new game coming out, it's really hard to make content about the game without spoiling the game for myself. That breath of fresh air experience I was talking about, it's something that I don't really need to preserve or hold on to, especially if I want to pursue a career in this. I should talk about beta tests. I should talk about character excitement, and I probably will lean into that as these weeks go by leading up into the game, but I'm just so excited for the game. I don't want to spoil the experience by looking at it all before it comes out. I would rather just play it when it comes out and push all of the work into the second day where I have to edit all day long. I don't know, something about knowing everything about the game before it comes out just doesn't sound exciting to me as much as just showing up, trying it out. Maybe it's because I'm like, don't really care about meta or don't really care about min-maxing. If I did, I'm certain that I would really be involved in the process of when this comes out. What do I do day one? First 15 minutes, what am I supposed to do? What dialogue cutscenes should I skip? Comparison. Something I know in life is comparison is super easy to do, and it's super easy to turn into something unhealthy. Whether you're comparing yourself, whether you're comparing your friends, your career, or your entertainment, video games you like. Genshin Impact to Wuwa. That is not a comparison I think is valid. I understand why people are doing it, but I don't think that we should compare it in the light of, will this be as big as that? 2 things, COVID buff, cult following. That is what's going to keep Genshin on the top of gacha games probably forever until something crazy happens. Who knows? I think publicity is the main thing that they have. Their games are good to cover. It's fun to cover those games, and they're exciting. The story looking forward is exciting. When Honkai Star Rail was coming out, I didn't know anything about the story. Now I'm so deep wrapped into the story. When Genshin Impact was coming out, knew nothing about the story. Now I'm so deep into the story. Wuwa, know nothing about the story. Let's see how deep I get into the story. I think that'll affect how big of a following it really develops. Most people are excited about the combat, which I am too, but story is very important when it comes to like long-term retention and interest in the game. And I don't think we can just look at the game and be like, is it going to be bigger than? There's no bigger than when it comes to gacha games than Genshin or HSR. And I'm certain Hoyoverse is just so happy about that, but it is what it is. Again, comparing things, it's somewhat unhealthy when it comes to your entertainment. Just play the game and see if you enjoy it. You know, for me, if the game is planning on having long-term challenging combat, in my mind, it's better for my needs. It's better for what I want to do. Combat is my favorite thing when it comes to gacha games, gameplay itself. And if there's really fun like racing mechanics or, you know, things like that, I would also really enjoy. I'm not just a violent person. Not just a violent person. On the other hand, if I want to run around and do a bunch of errands for random NPCs and play Farming Simulator, I would go play Genshin Impact. Yeah, Genshin Impact. I'm just kidding. Stardew Valley is a great game, and so is Genshin Impact. I love both those games. One more than the other. I had a friend. He acted like he worked for IGN. Every time we played a game, he was hypercritical of like shading graphics and like the controls, and like I understand judging a game and, you know, being, you know, giving your opinion on the game, but man, this guy, he kind of just ruined games for me. Every time we played games, it wasn't even like an optimistic, like he was super detailed on what he didn't like, and he's like, I like that about the things that he liked, and it was like, I gotta stop playing games with this guy. Honestly, that was one of the dry spells in my life for gaming, is this person was just so negative about games. It just drained me, bro. It killed me. But lo and behold, I still play games today. He didn't ruin it entirely. I felt like he could have. He definitely could have, but he didn't. I withstood my ground. I don't even know if that guy enjoys games, you know? And honestly, your opinion isn't that important. Me, you, the person I used to game with, everybody. Your opinion's not that important. I mean, unless you are important, which we all are important, don't get me wrong, but our opinion shouldn't override the enjoyment. Like, we should be able to enjoy the game, even if there's things that we don't enjoy about it. And looking to be constructive in a game, if you enjoy a game and you wish that it was better in X, Y, and Z, there's a better way to be constructive than being hypercritical and super vocal about negativity. I think there's also like the butt sandwich too, you know? This game's pretty nice, but it's got the graphics of games that have failed. I think with Wuwa, I'm going to approach this gacha game a little differently than I did with other ones. I might focus more on my 4-star units or my support units early in the game, because right now where I'm at in HSR, I have so many 5-star units and not a lot of supports built, or 4-star units built specifically. I mean, I wish that I had like some 4-star units built that I don't. I'm really sad about it just because I was focusing on my 5-star units so heavily, and I get that you can do that, but I would rather not. I'm still undecided if I want to be free to play or a little guppy in Wuwa, and I know for a fact I'm not going to be a whale, but should I buy a battle pass? Who knows? We'll see what kind of, you know, value it offers to me. But yeah, moving forward, I think I'll plan on talking about the game a little bit more before it releases, but after it releases, boy, I'm gonna be all up on that like white on rice, snug as a bug in a rug, doing everything I can to get some love. Speaking of that, I would like to know how you feel. Let me know your opinion about playing games before the release, leaks, you know, beta footage, things like that, and how it affects your day one experience of gaming. Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you enjoy me, subscribe. But until next time, I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.